Hey guys, welcome back. Today on The Untidy Artist, I'm showing you how I made the October Flower Fairy of the Month. This is a series I started in December of 2019. I've done a different fairy for each month of the year. October was really fun to put together. She was inspired by Halloween and the colder weather. If you are new to making fairies, welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you enjoy this tutorial, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Stick around to the end to see which fairies I will be doing tutorials for next. And with that said, let's grab some supplies and get started. Okay, this flower I found at Michael's craft store, and the second I saw it, I knew I was going to be using it for my October flower fairy. It is like a deep, deep purple, almost black, and then it has a maroon inside to it so that insides of the petals are a little bit lighter, and I just thought it would be perfect for October. Then I have some purple thread, some silky satiny black thread, and some metallic purple thread. I have these little flowers. I wasn't quite sure which ones I was going to use in the beginning. I didn't end up using all of them, but these come in a pack. I got these at Michael's as well, and they last forever because you get so many flowers that come with the pack. I've got some sparkly disco purple glitter. I bought this years ago, I believe at Hobby Lobby. I'll put a link for something below. I've got some Mod Podge and a little paintbrush. We'll be using that to add the glitter to our fairy. I have a sharp pair of scissors, my trusty glue gun set on low because it's easier to work with that way. And then of course I have my fairy. So to make a fairy, you take a wooden bead, a piece of floral wire, and some embroidery floss for the skin and the hair, and you twist it into this cute little doll. If you are new to making fairies, you'll want to check out my basic fairy doll tutorial where I break down all of these steps and show you exactly how to make this cute little doll. Now I've already given her a hairstyle. She has a sassy high ponytail. You can style your doll's hair however you'd like, and you will find more hairstyles on my YouTube channel. Okay, let's get started. The first step is to dress our doll. So I'm taking this purple color and I start at the waist and wrap up into a V, and then I give her a little pair of shorts. And then I'm going to set her aside and grab my flower and start pulling it apart. Now, normally there's glue holding it together. For some reason, the second I pulled this flower off the stem, it kind of just fell apart. So it was really easy pulling this flower apart. Once I have it completely pulled apart, I start layering the petals together in different ways to create a skirt for our fairy doll. So if you use the bigger petals on the outside, it's going to give her a fuller skirt. I ended up using some of the smaller petals on the top of her skirt. I liked how they kind of look spidery and more Halloween October-like. So after you have your skirt figured out in the order you want the layers to go, you're going to take each petal and cut a little X into the center of each petal. This will allow us to slide the petals up and around our doll's waist. And then you're going to start dressing your doll. So starting with the top layers of her dress, and I made sure that all of those little spidery petals were all in the front because I wanted that to be the main focus on the front of her skirt. So as I'm dressing my doll, I'm arranging those as I go, and I'll hold her up and kind of look at it and make sure that they're not overlapping exactly on top of each other. You want a nice full skirt. And I do spend quite a bit of time arranging the petals so that they lay really pretty. And this is what we've got so far. Now what I'm going to do is grab my glue gun, and using tiny dabs of glue, I'm going to start gluing the skirt together. So I start at the top layers and just add small dabs of glue. And then I will hold up my doll, see if I like the way that it's laying, and I do that in the front and in the back. Just adding those tiny dabs of glue to hold it into place. And this is what we've got so far, and I really love how the skirt turned out with those spidery looking petals in the front. And I did spend a lot of time arranging it so that those were exactly in the front. Now I'm going to take my purple and my black. I'm going to use the metallic thread to give her some gloves. You can see how cute these turned out. And then I'm using the black satin to give her some shoes. And I find that this satin thread is really hard to work with because it kind of has a mind of its own and it doesn't like to stick very well, but she's got some sassy black boots. Now I'm going to do her hair, and I actually left a lot of this in the video because I wanted to show you guys, and this is only part of the amount of time it took me to do her hair, but in my humble opinion, doing the hair is the hardest. And I do spend a lot of time arranging it, to get the hairstyle that I want. With this, where it was already in the ponytail, I just twisted it. I did a rope braid, so you twist them both one way, and then you twist them together the other way. If you guys want a tutorial on exactly how to do a rope braid, let me know. And then I tied it off with some of that black thread, trimmed the end, and now I took that same black thread, tied it around the base of her ponytail, and as I was going to cut it off the back, it kind of splays apart. It doesn't really like to hold together very well, but I loved how these pieces of the black thread hung down. So this is kind of by accident, but I thought it was really pretty. It actually ended up being one of my favorite parts of this doll. So I just unraveled that thread in the back. So I've tied it around the end of her braid and at the top of her ponytail. And now I'm going to take this little purple flower, and this is the only one I ended up using, and I'm just going to glue it onto the top of her ponytail. And this is what we've got so far. Now we're going to add some glitter. So I'm taking my Mod Podge and I'm pouring some of it into a little plastic lid. And then I'm pouring the glitter into the other lid. This is one of my favorite ways to decorate fairies lately. What I do is I just dip the tip of the petal in the glue and then I dip it in the glitter. And I love that it just gives this tiny bit of sparkle right at the ends of the petals. And then you can put a piece of paper down to catch the excess glitter. And I did that all the way around her skirt. So just dipping it barely in the glue and then into the glitter. And I loved how it just added this little bling at the tips of those darker, almost black petals. So I did that all the way around on the bottom layers, not on the top. And then I'm going to add some glitter right around her waist. So this is where that paintbrush comes in handy, and I'm taking some glue and I am brushing it onto her skirt, and I do it in sections and kind of tap it off, see where I want more. The paintbrush allows you to put the glue exactly where you want it, which is nice. So I'm just adding that glue, sprinkling on the glitter. I kind of tap it down with my finger and then tap off the excess. And I did go back through and add a little bit more where it needed some. And then I used some of that same glitter and some glue to put a tiny bit of glitter on that little purple flower that we just put in her hair. Not too much. I didn't want it to take away from the flower. I just wanted to add a little bit more sparkle up there. Last thing we're going to do is add a little bit of that glitter right by the top of her dress where her top comes into a V. Just at the tip of her sleeves, I added a tiny line of the glue and I sprinkled a little bit of glitter on just to make it pop a little bit right there. And that's it, guys. We're all set. We have the October Flower Fairy of the Month. I'm actually sad that this series is almost over. I have a lot of fun ideas for different types of Flower Fairy series for 2021. If you guys have any ideas, let me know below. I'd love to do another series where I have a different doll that comes out each month. Share your ideas with me below in the description of the video. You'll also find a list of all the supplies used in this tutorial. In November, I have a cheerleader coming out, a new hairstyle for fairies. I'll be doing high space buns, and obviously the November Fairy of the Month, and November is my birthday month, so I'm super excited about that one. If you make fairies and want to share them with me, you can do that with the hashtag UntiddyArtistFairyDoll on Instagram. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, once again, please do. That would be awesome. And we'll see you guys next time.